Greywater Garden lives up to its name, I thought as I made my way up the damp concrete slabs, ridging across the stagnant pond. Everywhere leading up to the ashen, decrepit house was lined by rotten flowers and the congealed feces of cats, dogs, and other animals. The water itself looked like it had remained the same for centuries. This place is dead as I am. I arrived at the door, more of a collection of damp splinters, and hesitantly pushed it open, causing the hinges to shriek. No more shrieking, please. Inside was as drab and oppressive as outside. My nostrils filled with a sense of mold and neglect and regret. Or maybe it's just me. I hadn't showered in days. I couldn't face the water. There was what appeared to be some kind of waiting area. 3 or 4 old wicker chairs, and one of those "please be seated" signs you find in those posh restaurants. So, looking around for the slightest bit of human company, I sat down and waited. Despite myself, my wallet found its way into my hands. And then, the picture of M I kept there and found its way in front of my eyes. I could never throw this away, no matter how many times I told myself to. For the sake of my own sanity, I couldn't. This was all I had left of the fair white skin and pale blue eyes, of the ginger hair I would tease about, and the freckles on her face and chest. She was so beautiful. I tried to correct myself about the present tense, but I couldn't. I could never forget about the day the last of that ginger hair fell out. A cough brought me back to reality, and I looked, blinking back tears, to see an old man, bald and bearded, stooped over, grinning through a mouth of yellow teeth. His clothes were white and wiry as the hairs on his face. He was like the Greywater Gardens in human form. Even his right eye was gray. The left was just a black, empty socket, with eyelids hanging over it forlornly. "You have an appointment." He spoke like he hadn't used his voice in years. Yes, I have a secret. I want to deposit it." "I know you do," he said. He let me grasp for words, wondering how the hell he knew, when he said, "You wouldn't be here for any other reason, would you?" He turned and beckoned me to follow him to the back room. I gazed at the picture of M one last time. "I love you." Then I slid it back into my wallet and did as I bid. The room was more of the same, gray and wet and rotting and horrid. The only remarkable features was a huge, hefty ledger on one antique wooden table, next to a plain steel chalice. In the middle of the room was a concrete pool, only a few feet across, filled with the same stagnant, gray water of the ponds outside. The old man opened the ledger. "You wish to deposit a secret?" he asked, perhaps as a formality. Or maybe he's just playing with me. "Yes," I said. "Your name?" I told him. "Excellent. Let's begin." He picked up the chalice and moved to the pool. He bent down, astonishingly slow, and eventually filled the cup and shuffled over to me. "Drink the water," he told me, with a grin playing up on the old, papery lips as he pushed the cup into my hand. "The water will enter you, and the secret will replace it with water. No man can discern its murky depth. He smiled, now so wide I thought his face might crack open. But be warned. Be warned, once I've taken the custody of your secret, you can never reveal it. No one will ever know. There will be no confidence, or confession, or chance of redemption. Are you sure this is the path you wish to take? I am. I didn't hesitate. No one can know, for both our sakes. The old man shrugged and took a step back. I raised the cold steel to my face, but before I could drink, curiosity gripped me. Why do you take other people's secrets? In the world of the blind, he laughed, raspy and throaty, and tapped his missing eye. The man with one eye is king, and I knew exactly what he meant. For you, M, I thought as I drowned my morbid toast. I dropped the chalice and left without a word, knowing that she was safe. As I walked down the Greywater gardens, the water wasn't grey at all, but her face, as I helped the frail body down into the bath.